Hello and aloha. I am here with the California Hawaii Elks Association Inland District Vice President Tia Courtney and the California Hawaii Elks Association President Ted Talbot. How are we doing?
Great.
Because it's great to be an elk.
How great is it?
It's great to be an elk.
elk.
Yes, it is. Vice President Tia, we just had your visitation in the Inland District with President Ted and First Lady Jeannie. If you could describe your visit with President Ted and First Lady Jeannie in one word, what would it be?
One word only?
One word.
Oh, wow, that's hard. Okay, I'm just gonna have to say awesome because that's one of my favorite words.
Awesome is a good word. President Ted, if you could describe the visit in the Inland District in one word, what would it be?
Mustangs.
Mustangs. And why would you say Mustangs?
Because of our last visit as we were about ready to leave the Inland District. We'll get into that in just a minute.
Okay, I look forward to hearing that. Vice President Tia, Thursday evening, President Ted and First Lady Jeannie came into the district. What happened Thursday and Friday?
Oh, goodness. Okay, so Thursday we started off with a dinner. Our district leaders took Ted and Jeannie and a couple others to dinner, including myself and my husband, which was a great dinner. Food was amazing. And then on Friday, wow, we had a full schedule on Friday. Started with breakfast at the hotel, and then we all went to lunch actually at the lodge. And then after that, we went to a Narcan DAP presentation. You know, we're always working that elk stuff in, right? So our library, our local library, the Ridgecrest Library, had a Narcan presentation for us. And they allowed the VPs that attended and the people that attended to actually take home Narcan with them. Had a really good seminar. It was amazing. I really was appreciative that they would do that for us. And then after that, we went directly across the street. We have two museums. Didn't have to go too far. We went to the Matarango Museum, which is our local museum, talks a lot about the history of Ridgecrest and the surrounding area, a lot of the animals and everything that are native to the area. And then, wow, the China Lake Museum, which was our military museum. Totally amazing. We were blessed as well because they asked President Ted to actually change out the flags. So we both got a chance to participate in that. And man, I get a little emotional here. Can't even imagine what that's like to be able to participate and be asked to participate in that. When you see Old Glory just rising and coming down and be able to take part in that, that just wrenches your heart. Then Friday night we had dinner. Our local soccer club at the Burroughs High School, them and their parents and the team members actually served us a street tacos dinner. And we enjoyed that. And the kids really enjoyed being a part of that. And we always are thankful when we're able to include them and then also be able to support them as well with our charity.
That's fantastic. So earlier you said you went to the lodge. Which lodge did you go to?
Ridgecrest Lodge, number
Ridgecrest.
1913, Home Lodge.
Well, you just said the lodge, so
Yes, I know. I keep forgetting there's more than just us, right? We have 10 lodges in the Inland District, and we actually encompass a large mileage span, almost 300 miles from one end to the other.
Wow. So where does your district start and end?
Bishop, California, which is very close to Nevada. And then on the other end, Big Bear, California, up in the mountains.
And President Ted, Saturday was your big day, had your big speech that evening. What happened prior to the big dinner?
Prior to the dinner, there was entertainment there that the lodge had put on. Basically, it was a group of older, middle, younger adults that put on this presentation of songs to remind everybody what some of the older songs were that we grew up with, and then what some of the middle, in between age groups were dancing to, and then the youth of today and what they got involved with. And then a buddy of mine who was in attendance that night, Jay Larkin, he said, I'm glad I don't have to follow that as far as the speech. But then I started thinking, hey, it was perfect because this is our heritage. That's how we started out, as a bunch of thespians, actors, and putting on shows. And that's exactly what this group of young adults actually did for the entertainment that night. It was so fantastic. It was just absolutely marvelous. Everybody enjoyed it. The songs were spectacular. Several people joined in with the musical and were singing along with the programs. So no, it's fantastic time frame by everybody. But there was one other good thing that we did out there too, and that was a car show that they had out there. Yeah, and Jeannie and I got to sit in this old 1952 Chevy, if I remember correctly, that had been cherried out, just unbelievably cream is just absolutely gorgeous. And then saw this remind me of an old Jeep from Vietnam era, and then pointed out that, oh, looks like it had been cut in half. And I said, hey, that's the way they ship them back. They would cut them in half and ship them back to us.
Yep.
But it was put together with all the details and everything. So no, it was great time. And then, as Tia said, raising the flag over the Air Museum, that was definitely a highlight when they asked me if, because the flag they had up was worn and torn. So we replaced the American flag and the POW flag up there. And it was just, so heartwarming to do that. And to see all of the AVPs come out and salute the flag and everything. It was just a spectacular time frame.
Amazing. That's amazing. So you said Mustang earlier. Why Mustang?
Okay. After our dinner Saturday night, Sunday, we went out to breakfast.
Trona Lodge.
Rona Lodge, a small little lodge out there, but a heart of gold from the membership. It was just unbelievable. And then on the way back, we saw this property and it said BLM, Bureau of Land Management. And then we saw all of these corrals in there. And then we saw all the wild burros. And then we saw all the wild donkeys. And then the little ones were there. The baby mules and donkeys were there. And then we went around a little bit further, and then we saw the horses, the wild Mustangs there. Jeannie was able to get out, and the driver, Luke, and his wife had gone out while we were having breakfast and got some apples. So they were feeding apples to the horses. Jeannie didn't go to the next corral, and that's where all the little colts were, but we saw them, and just cute as a button. These unbelievable buckskin paints, mares, stallions out there. It was just, that's why I said Mustang.
Very good. Very good. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, so Saturday night you had your big speech, and then did you have a Bear Award champion?
Yes, we did have a Bear Team Award winner, and Tia did this bio for this young lady on how she has been jumping in all levels of the lodge and doing such a fantastic events, and then just heading them up, cheering them on, and then she was just blown away with it. And so her and her husband came up. we pinned her with this crystal teddy bear that I give out as the Bear Team Award winners.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Tia, tell us about the Bear War Champion
Oh
and
my
why you
goodness.
selected this lady.
Yes, the award came through a nomination from Her Exalted Ruler, Joanne Rosengrant from Hesperia Lodge 2646. And this is a very new member to the lodge. I mean, like less than a year. Her name is Tina McDowell. And Tina actually attended a new member orientation with her husband and later decided she wanted to become a member because she was just so excited about everything that was going on within the lodge. And so she did, and immediately set forth within the lodge to help with anything that needed to be helped with. Just amazing. There was a time when they were hoping to be able to take some veterans to a baseball game, and they realized they weren't going to be able to take these veterans to the game. And there were about 12 or 13 of them. So Tina got to busy figuring out how could they just bring the game to them. So she set up a projector and everything in the lodge. They painted a certain wall so that they'd make sure that they were able to project it properly. And she tested it out and everything and made sure that it was perfect. And they got those veterans from the home to the lodge to watch that game. Wheelchairs didn't matter. However, they had to get them there. They got them there. And it was just awesome. And that's her heart. That's where she is. She just will help and do wherever she's needed. So I was thankful. We had a little bit, we tricked her, told her that her husband was being presented with an award. And so he had to keep that secret. And we were so excited. She was just blown away, blown away.
Now I know why you selected the word awesome.
Awesome.
That really is. That is so cool. Is there anything else you want to bring up about your weekend?
One of the things that I thought was kind of fun on Saturday, we went up to a local establishment and we had lunch outside. And then afterwards, which was kind of prior to the time that people would be able to go back to the hotel and relax for a little bit before our dinner on Saturday night, some people got busy playing arcade games and they didn't want to stop. I had to kind of tear some of them away and say, okay, you guys, it's getting late. Don't you want to relax before dinner? But they had a good time. They were like kids in a candy store, and it was so amazing. And I just was glad and thankful that they had a good time and had fun. That's what it's about too.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. President Ted, is there anything else you want to add about your weekend in the Inland District?
I'll finish off with Grand Exalted Ruler Shook's statement. We are
the Elks.
Why?
Because it's great.
It's great to be an elk.
Yes, it is.
Tia and Eddie, her husband, they bent over backwards to make sure Jeannie and I were taken care of unbelievably. We had special hospitality rooms afterwards for the AVPs to get together and let down their hair and chit chat with everybody. It was a fabulous, busy weekend, but we got to meet all these great elks out there on all of our visitations. We have not been disappointed by anybody yet because everybody is upbeat and positive and promoting all of the 20 plus programs that we've got, from Americanism through youth activity. And the number one AVP team leaders like Tia are all doing a phenomenal job.
President Ted, what's next on the agenda for your state president's visits?
After this visit, we're heading up north to Chico, if I remember correctly, and looking forward to visiting up there with Joe Koshak and Kona. I think we're going to have a marvelous, unforgettable time frame, just like we have had with all of the association vice presidents. Both Jeannie and I are so blessed to have the association vice presidents that we have. They have been spectacular. a lot of them keep calling us Mama Bear and Papa Bear, but and that's a different side story later on for another topic.
All right, we can definitely talk about that one later.
Tia, thank you again to you and Eddie. Just a phenomenal job, very smoothly, very well done. We had some great escorts with us that were driving us around. Somebody who came down from Big Bear, Luke and his wife came down and were driving us around all over the place. Just spectacular time frame.
Yes, I can't thank Luke and Jennifer enough. They really made the weekend just flow so effortlessly, and make, Ted and Jeannie just really had a blast. Well taken care of. I mean, over taken care of. We were just so thrilled. Couldn't have done without them. I'm so blessed to have the support that I have within the district. And that being said, a huge thank you to my entire district, because we started a couple of months ago actually having Zoom meetings to actually plan this and get this together as a district. It's like I told them from day one, this is not my visit. This is our Inland District visit. And I want everybody to be involved and everybody to have a say and everybody to be able to pitch in, get in where you fit in. We can use everybody everywhere. So I was really thankful for that.
They took the slogan, Bear to be part of your team, and she put the team together from all of the lodges in her district and representing us that way. So Tia, fantastic job. Thank you again.
Thank you all. Thank you.
That sounds like you guys had a great time and great support from the district. So great job and keep up the great work. Vice President Tia, President Ted, thank you so much for giving us the recap of the great things that happened in the Inland District. Well, until next time, I'm Patrick Elks reminding you, it's great to be an elk.